South Africans will vote on Wednesday in the country's hotly contested general election. Polls suggest that for the first time in 30 years, the governing African National Congress, or ANC, could lose the majority vote. The ANC is the party that broke apartheid rule under the leadership of Nelson Mandela. But a crumbling economy, high unemployment, and corruption allegations have already prompted thousands of South Africans living abroad to cast their ballots in overseas voting. Lukando reports.
At this polling station, some 4,000 kilometers away from home, South Africa's flag flutters in the light Dar es Salaam winds. Though only about 200 South Africans live in Tanzania, many here feel it is important to chime into the political discourse at home.
It feels good to be able to still have a say for back in South Africa, especially if we do wish to return one day and we have loved ones back there.
So if you don't vote, you can't argue. Understand? So it doesn't matter which party eventually take the hot seat. If you didn't vote, you can't actually say anything about the party that is there.
According to the South African Electoral Commission, more than 76,000 nationals registered to vote abroad this year, more than double the 30,000 who registered in the last election in 2019. The surge underscores a sense of urgency in what is shaping up to be a watershed election.
30 years after the ruling ANC transformed from a liberation organization to a political party at the end of apartheid in 1994, it faces growing dissatisfaction from South Africans who feel it has failed to live up to its promises. Stubbornly high unemployment, which reached 32% last year, along with persistent economic inequalities, corruption allegations, and frequent power cuts, have reduced its popularity.
This will be South Africa's 7th election since the end of apartheid in 1994, a time when Nelson Mandela symbolized hope and prosperity for many in the country. But for many young South Africans, the mood has long soured.
I would like to see things getting better, like in terms of we shouldn't be having shortage of electricity. I want to see in future everyone is employed and the corruption gone.
The ANC, besieged by demands for change, is calling on voters to provide a fair assessment of the gains and losses made over the past 30 years. The party's message at home and abroad remains consistent. It is working to address challenges in Africa's leading economy.
If you listen to the South African media and the people in general, they point to a number of issues that we need to fix. But in South Africa, we're not an island. We're not an island. Some of the challenges we're coming across, you find them globally.
This upcoming election features several notable firsts, including the participation of an unprecedented 70 political parties and the allowance of independent candidates to run for the National Assembly. The most eye-catching of them is the newly formed Lukando, or MK party, led by former President Jacob Zuma. Although barred from standing due to a prison sentence, Zuma's enduring popularity could erode the ANC's support base. But analysts say, in reality, the ANC's biggest opponents are the business-friendly Democratic Alliance and the economic freedom fighters who advocate for radical economic changes such as nationalizing industries. Analysts say the ANC has been clawing back voter support in recent weeks and might just squeeze out a narrow victory. But if its vote share drops below 50%, the party will, for the first time, need a coalition partner. And depending on who the ANC picks, analysts say it could either lead to policy continuity and stability or pull the country into choppy, untested waters. Lukando, CNA, Dar es Salaam, Tanzania.